Hello and welcome back. This week it's not a review, this week it is some ideas that I've got if you're buying whiskey for someone for Christmas, trying to keep it in a good ballpark figure of maximum £50. So I've got a list I've comprised from Amazon and also Master of Malt, just kind of two of the big ones that are easy to buy. I've bought from before, they're trusted and you usually get a kind of quick turnaround for when you order. So I've made a big list from one side being Amazon and one side being Master Malt. I've got some supermarkets in there as well that I'm going to jump into. But I've tried to choose whiskies that people might want, the ones that they've loved and they like to replenish the shelves. So if there's something that always goes amiss, you like to replace it. There's other ones that are a little bit off the beaten track, something that might be a little bit different. If you're struggling for an idea and you think that person's maybe drank all types of whiskey, they've tried everything, I've tried to put a couple in there as well, which might be slightly different. Some nice looking bottles, because I know people like to gift things that look nice as well, but I think always about the liquid that's in the glass. So I forgot to count how many I've got total, but I've got a lot here that I thought I would go through, give a little price, and at the very end I'll leave a picture up of the list that I've comprised with the prices there. Hopefully this is as of today, hopefully it's not a flash sale that's been put on and the prices change, but I've tried to keep it to £50 is the absolute maximum. So we're looking between the kind of 20 to 50 mark, and I think that's a good wee number. Obviously you can go way above that if you wanted to, but I'm trying to keep it more to the gift side of things. So the first thing that I've got on my list is in no order, by the way, it's just what I've been going through trying to find what would be there, is a Deanston 12-year-old. So on Amazon I found that today and that was £37.50. Really good whiskey, nice Highland whiskey, just 46.3%, non-chill filtered, natural colour, ticks all the boxes, and that's a great one to have on the shelf to consistently finish, replenish, finish and replenish, because you can always pick it up, you can always find it. Getting that, Amazon, £37.50. The next whiskey that I have is the Glendronach 12-year-old, £42.95 Amazon. So this first list I'm doing is all Amazon. Sherried whiskey, Glendronach there's a little bit of chat about it just now, not everyone's too happy with it, but I still think it's good quality whiskey. So £42.95 for a 12-year-old Glendronach, pretty good. Electric 10, again coming from the same wheelhouse as Deanston Electric in Bunnahabhain. So Electric 10-year-old, great staple whiskey, peated, if you like that, it's 46.3% again from Tobermory. It's a beautiful whiskey. Just a Bruichladdich Classic Laddie as well, £34.20, which again really good price. I think that's a new bottle shape as well that they've went for now, and you can't go wrong with that. A lot of bourbon influence in there. It's a cracking whiskey. We look to next one is Bladnoch, the Vinaya. That's £50 on the nose. It's one that I don't think I've tried yet. You know, my whiskey of the year was the Bladnoch Leora, so I've seen that sitting there at 50, and I may even pull the trigger on that myself just to try and, I think I might go for it because I love Bladnoch. Kind of going for something slightly different next, I found, is Nika from the Barrel, and I think it's a cask strength one at £39.70. Yes, it's a 50cl bottle, it's a little dumpy one. Nika's got a lot of influence from, I think it's Ben Nevis, it's a part ownership from it. I love Ben Nevis, and Nika from the Barrel, £39.70 for a 50cl cask strength. That's something slightly different if you're looking to kind of go outside the Scotch world and move into the world of whiskey. Next, Deanston Virgin Oak, can't go wrong with that. I love the Deanston Virgin Oak, I think it's great. It's up there with the 12, I think the 12 is a little bit soft, it's more mature because we've got an age statement to it. The Deanston Virgin Oak, finished in Virgin Oak casks, it's got a nice little kind of spice to it and things. It's again 46.3%, non-chill filtered, natural colour, £27, a cracking whiskey for a really good price. We then move on to one of the first whiskies I ever tried, and it's always at a good price for some reason. It's the Dalwhinnie 15-year-old. Yes, a Diageo product, the Highland whiskey, you're driving up the A9, you will always see, but they still stick to the kind of old school recipes and how the methods that they use. So you've got slightly peated in there. I think it's a great whiskey. So 15-year-old at £36, that's a great one to gift as well. That's the kind of Amazon list. I could have sat on Amazon all day and found hundreds and hundreds more, but just tried to pick some little ones that I think would be more fan favourites and people would enjoy a little bit more. We move on to Master of Malt as well. So they deliver. They're a massive business online. I've ordered them from a lot of times. I've never had any issues. So that's why I've chosen these guys to kind of go with their price points. So the first one I've got is a Ben Rinnes 11-year-old. It's the Ben Rinnes Master of Malt edition. So they've got their kind of independent bottling through within. It's $49.95. It's slightly different. It looks really good. I think it'll be a great gifting bottle if you're wanting to kind of stretch to the £50 mark on the button. We then move on to our first kind of Campbelltown whisky. Yes, it's a Campbelltown Loch. You'll struggle to find Springbank online anywhere. The Campbelltown Loch is the blend, and it's amazing. It's changing every kind of year. If you look at the batch ones, if for instance from when they first came out, the colours are slightly different. It's a great whisky. $39.94, maybe $39.95, might be a wee typo, but $39.94 is what I've got for that. So £40, and we're going down to Springbank. So if you can't get Springbank 10, 15s, Longrows, etc., this is a great whisky to put in there just instead of that. We move on to Speyside 12-year-old TBWC. That is the boutique whisky company. Again, they've got great artwork. It's very quirky. That's going to be a softer dram. Being in Speyside, I think their bottles are great. It's eye-catching. If you gift that over to someone, I think that would be one people would look at and go, what is this? And they wouldn't be able to identify it straight away. So that's one to be a nice gift as well. $44.95 for a 12-year-old. Move on to Loch Lomond Steam and Fire. It's one I've still not tried yet, but a lot of people are raving about it. I think this will get gifted about quite a lot over Christmas because Loch Lomond in itself, you know, I love Loch Lomond. I'm a massive fan of Loch Lomond Glen Scotia. This will be, I think it'll be great. It's $44.99, so £45 that we're looking at there for the Steam and Fire. We then move on to something completely different. We're going to softer, the nice Speysides, the Billy Walkers of this world, bringing in some great whiskey. The Glenallachie 12-year-old. If you look at Glenallachie 12 just now, it is super dark, super rich. Previous ones have been nice and light. Again, these cask influences are just completely changing. Billy Walker touches a cask and it turns to absolute just liquid paradise. That's £44 for Glenallachie 12. I think that's really good. I don't think there's any issues with that. And again, another great gift. I went through a bottle of the 12 a couple of years ago quite quickly. I think it's great. Then we move on to the Maclean's Nose. So we're looking at a Delphi Ardnamurchan. This is another blend at £32.50. I tried this not so long ago in Edinburgh, and I really enjoyed it. I think that's one that would be a staple on my shelf if I buy it when I get a bottle. I think that'll be easy to completely replace every single time. It's quite obtainable and easy to get. So I say £32.50 for that. We then move back to the kind of the Billy Walker side of things. The Michael Tor, the peated whiskies that Glenallachie has brought to us. So the Michael Tor, you've got the Chinkapin Oak, which is I think amazing, the original, and a turbo and a sherried. The turbo one I think is more expensive, very hard to get. It's higher ppm, so the peat in there is bigger, but the majority, the other three, are $49.99, so they're right on the £50 mark from these guys. I've tried them all now, bar the turbo, and I think they're magic. Old Perth blend, cask strength. That's one that I got a couple of years ago, and it's one that's always getting replaced. I think it's a great sherried whiskey. Yes, it's cask strength. If you want to spend a little bit less, you can just get the standard 46%er. There's no problems with either of them. I think they're both magic, but the cask strength just does it a little bit more for me. That's £46. Yes, it says blend. It's a blended malt. It's got superior premium distilleries in there, and it just works so well. It's a cracking whiskey. And then the last is the 1770, Glasgow 1770 whiskies. So they've got the peated, they've got these new ones that are out just now, the Tokai, Cognac and things, but their peated is magic, the original is great, and they're £47. So we're looking at a really good kind of price point for whiskies, and all of those I would buy myself. Kind of last quickly, I forgot to kind of write them down, but I've taken a picture. So we're going into supermarket Tesco now. You'll get that within the UK, and just having a look. Lagavulin just now, if you've got a club card's free, so I urge you to sign up for one of those to get everything cheaper. Lagavulin 8-year-old, £42. If you don't have a club card, it's £52. Ardbeg 10 is £40. What else is sitting here? Lafroig Select Oak is £24. Glenfiddich 15, 41.50. Dalwhinnie Winter's Gold, £27. The Bunnahabhain Studea is £26.50. You've got Standard Loch Lomond's at £27. Glen Scotia down there, the Campbelltown Harbour is £36. There's a Deanston Virgin Oak in there at £35.50. I can't remember if that's different from what we've got there. And a Tobermory for £38. So that's just the local supermarket. They've always done kind of good whiskies, and I think coming up to Christmas the prices are better. But these are the whiskies that I would look at to help kind of gift if you're struggling for ideas, you've not got a huge budget, you're not too sure, but you don't want just to buy something off the shelf which everyone knows about for cheap. You want to try and impress a little bit, but you've not got a massive budget. These are the whiskies that I would look at. £50 max, as I've said, is the top number there, nothing over £50. So if any of these relate to you and you think these will be a great gift, go online. You've got Amazon and Master of Malt, and if you're in the UK as well, you've got the supermarket Tesco to have a look around. If there's any other ones that you think I would miss, give me a wee comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe as well, and I'll see if I agree. I probably will, but it's hard to do. There's so many whiskies out there at that good price, but these are the ones that I think would make good gifts. So hopefully this video has been quite informative for you, something that's made you help. As you can see, I've not got any whiskey today. I've got a busy day. I'm driving very shortly. I've got my hat on as well, which I won at my blind challenge, so this is what I'll wear with a little bit of pride. But I'm going to go and sit back. I'm going to go and edit the video now, see if I can get it done to a good standard, and then I better get on with my day. But as always, I've been Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whiskey. Join me next week. Let's talk whiskey.